About $20,000. Knowing we struggling, man. This. Why do I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about?
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of the account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't.
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What's the problem?
You need to be a problem. You a self.
What's wrong with Chris?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that. I work hard and struggling.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are self.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us. Are you serious? You mad because I'm putting
everything you've done for who? Everything you've done for me. I'm the one working. I'm the one putting in the time.
You cannot be for real right now, Keith. Everything I do for us, and you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me?
Everything you do for us. Everything you do for you. Statement. It's just. I'm gonna tell you, man.
What are you gonna do about it?
What am I gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? I don't care about this right now. I'm so
You know what I need to do with you? You know what I need to do with you? I need to account and stop sharing you. Because that's the reason. That's how you able to go in my find my words and take the money.
Do what you gotta do. I don't care about it. I'm so serious. I'm not about to argue with you about no money.
About no money?
No, I'm not arguing.
It's just money to you, right? $22,000 is just a little bit of money to you, huh? I gotta go and work for that money, but it's just a little bit to you, huh?
I'm not about to argue with you about it. Like I said, if you were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do? I have to have something.
If we was to break up today, you would be A-okay, my friend, because you stealing money for I don't know how long.
That's gonna make me okay.
$22,000 not gonna make you okay. Some people don't make that in a whole year at their job.
What do they need to get a job? Who can live off of 22? You acting like I stole $100,000. Come on. It's money you've been giving me that I just put a little bit to the side in my own account.
Why have you been taking money from my account and putting it in yours without me knowing? $22,000 is a lot of money to be missing. You live in a nice house. I pay all the bills for you. I go to work every day for you, for the family, for the kids.
Don't argue with me about the money when that was our agreement. That was our agreement. Now, you mad about me putting money to the side. I'm not giving it up, so I don't care. What do you want? Like, you can do what you need to do, but I don't care. I'm not. Yes.
Agreement? Yes. It was agreement for you to take money out of my account and me not know? When was that agreement made? Because I don't know. I wasn't there.
You asked for the money before I put it in my account?
If it was, yeah, baby, you should be asking.
It's ours.
It's ours when we make something together. That's when something is ours. When two people make something together, then it's theirs. If one person provides the whole situation, it's not an our situation, baby. It's a my situation.
So you're mad
and you
that
stealing from me because I didn't give it to you.
Stealing.
You
share an account, and I made an extra account, and I moved money to my own account, so I would be straight.
You something else.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You something else.
No, I'm not.
So let me ask you a question. If I took $22,000 from you, that'd be okay?
You my husband. Do what you need to do. But no, you wouldn't be taking $22,000.
Of course you saying that when you're not the person working 10, 12 hours at a time. Of course you're not going to say that. Of course you cool with it.
Kid, you so mad about this money. What are you going to do about it? I'm not giving it up.
What am I going to do about it?
My nails ain't even done right now.
What am I going to do about it? Okay, check you out. Check you out.
and salutations. You just can't make this up. You just can't make it up. So let me get situated. Not going to be before you long. I won't belabor the time, but I wanted to open up with that because that was sent to me. And I said, I need to talk about this just a little bit. Now, understand a lot of these things, they are skits. You know, some people want to have skits and everything just for clout, to build their brand, and to start discussions such as this one. I couldn't help but to mosey on down to the comment section and see what people were saying about it. And I wouldn't say I was amazed. You know, some of the stuff I'd read and it was crazy. I think when you taking stuff from your husband like that, you're actually taking from your own, because you're supposed to become one. If you're gonna take money, you already have me weak with the background. Yeah, if you know your Black history, you know the background. And I got my t-shirt, these t-shirts. If you want one, let me know. I'm gonna start posting some of my t-shirts. I don't think you can see it, but it says you can't make this shift up. So I'm making t-shirts now. But yeah, I don't think I want my future wife to understand this. What I have is yours. You don't need to steal from me. I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to betray you. God willing, we will be together till the day I die. And the only person that will change that will be you. I'm going to remain consistent. I'm going to love you. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to provide for you. There is no reason for you to take money from me. Because if you're taking money from me and you would do it in such a way like she did in the way she talked to him, that's unbelievable. And having said this, I think that video was like 4 minutes and 40 seconds long, which is about 4 minutes and 35 seconds longer than my conversation would have been. Because had she come to me with that aggression, I'm not saying I would divorce you, but the conversation is over. And I'm going to move accordingly. Because fellas, we don't have time. At a certain, my time is money. I have very little spare time as is. And I'm not going to waste my time arguing with anybody that doesn't want to have an understanding of what I'm saying. And I think that's what happened here. And I know it's a skit, but the comment section usually is the temperature of the room. And what I read was a horror story. It was a horror show. You had women in there say, that's right, girl, take that money. That's right. You earned it. This. No wonder. And that's what no wonder you are dying alone, some of you, and no man wants to deal with you. I was reading some of the comments, and one comment actually said, if you don't take his money here, that the man is going to leave you and leave you with nothing. And if you coming in with that fear, maybe you shouldn't get married. You shouldn't get married then, because you're coming in with baggage. Because you don't trust him, you automatically going to do something set aside for the rainy day. Then maybe you're not ready for marriage. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not ready for anything. Maybe you need to go seek counseling. And that's what I got to say about that. But anyway, if you're noticing about my background, the gentleman behind me name is Nathaniel Alexander. And he is the creator, the inventor of the folding chair. Of the folding chair. I would immediately got into separate account and pulled out the money. I mean, yeah, some people do that. They take the money out and they said, whatever, I'm going to put my money in a separate account. But there is no separate account. She has no account. She has no money. She's not working. She's taking his money. So you're going to make her cancel those cards and make her take her name off as an authorized user, where she has to get a signature from you or some authorization from you to even see the account. You could do that, and she would get an allowance. I mean, and that's kind of, I mean, and I know there are some male advocate platforms that say these women are like children. I get it. I'm not one of those, and some of you do behave like children, but some men behave like children. But I'm not one of those that, you know, I'm not biting into that. But if you have to take her off your account, you have to minimize her account. You're paying all the bills in the house. She's just living off of you and you're doing everything. Is that not a father? Is that not what you do to children? I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. You know, some of you say I'm independent, but if that man paying for everything and you have nothing of your own and And his bank account is yours, his cars is yours, his house is yours. He's paying the bills, he's buying your clothes, he's buying the food, he's doing all of that. He would do that for his child. Kind of makes you wonder. Anyway, it was a very eventful weekend, and I said I wasn't going to stay long on this one, but it was a beautiful weekend to be. And I know some of you don't like African American, but Black American or whatever, because in Alabama, there was an incident where a security guard or a worker told a group of white guys that they could not sit their boat there or whatever. An argument ensued, and one of the white guys decided to attack him, and another white guy joined in, and they all, women and men, were jumping on him. What they didn't count on is, whereas sometimes and oftentimes we are aggressive towards each other, Black men, but these Black men weren't those kind of Black men. They had his back, and what ensued was one of the greatest aspiration whoopings I have ever seen on the internet. And I love you guys because you did not cease to amaze. I've been seeing pictures of chairs, t-shirts with chairs. One of my friends took a picture like he was chilling off in the cut when it was happening. They tried, like you said, Maurice, they tried it in a small town. But, the bad part about it is it is an old adage. It is an old adage, but it's one that fits this one that says the bishop, the apostle, a very well-known bishop apostle on YouTube, said these following words.
The more you around, the more you're going to find out.
He said this, and they found out big time that you do not mess with these certain group of people, because one guy swam over to get involved, and then they started running. That's the part that got me. You want to run now? What? Why are you running now? This is not the time to run. You didn't have that energy when you were beating down the one dude, but see, that's what they did historically. It would always be a mob of them on one, because when the brothers stood up and they found out that at best it was equal, they found out the more you falcon around, the more you're going to find out, because the equation is there. The more, it's like a line. The more you add to that F around, the line keeps going up. You're going to find out. And they found out here. And so the part that's getting me is when you go to, we're having fun with it. We're enjoying it. Another satisfying racial moment. We liking that. But if you go to the other side, the things that they're saying, it's crazy. It's crazy. I told Miss Lynn, don't even go look at the comments. She said she did, but it was another site. So it was mostly us. But the site that I saw, it was bad. It was bad. And what I found out is Donald Trump was there recently. And I live in Indiana. And I can attest to this. I can tell you, I can testify. Believe I testify right now. When he's here or something happens here in the area, they do become emboldened. They become more, they say the things, they real rude. They kind of push you. They looking at you. They staring and everything else. It's like they get this thing. But what they don't understand is Donald Trump is a coward. He has never been in a fight with somebody that he didn't think he could beat. His friends all said he was a bully coming up. So you want to get all riled up and go to an aspiration beating for a dude that won't even pay for your hospital bill after said aspiration beating. But every time he comes around, you get emboldened and you think, oh, I can take on the world. And what you found out is you walk up to the wrong person and you're going to get that. You're going to get broke down. They found out. Now they talk. Yeah, I saw that. And that's one of the comments they were saying. Oh, it's a civil war now. Why? You got your aspirations beat. That all could have been avoided had they just taken their ship and just moved on. Like the things they tell us to do. When it's an issue, oh, they could have just walked away. Now, when it's them and they rent, like I said, they didn't figure that some brothers was going to jump in. Because to be honest, and I'm going to move on, but to be honest, I believe that some of them were waiting for this moment. With all the Karens and Kens that's been happening, I'm pretty sure they was like, oh, this is our moment. and it was satisfying. Don't try it. Oh yeah, we got to be on guard. I believe that too, because even where I live around a lot of them. You know, there are a few of us here, and it's stupid. It is stupid, but people say it's not a racial thing. Uh-oh. Due to limited possibility of significant reduction in your video quality. Oh God, now they talking about my video quality gonna be going down. Anyway, because of the heating up racial moment and element in this country, there are going to be more instances like this. That's what I believe. And I'm still I'm wrecking my brain trying to figure out how you can be a black person and be a Trump supporter, because these are the people who are most likely with you on that side. And I always wondered how you could be a Trump supporter in this climate. And it's more than his policies. The man is an idiot. He doesn't know a policy, can't spell it. He's an idiot. So any policy he comes up with is probably somebody that's telling him. He can't, like I said, he's an idiot. Everybody knows it. His own people says it. So I'm not fine. I can't understand the hype about him. I don't understand the hype about him. But that wasn't the only thing that happened, because this happened. Jamie Foxx I don't know when this happened, but it said he issued an apology to the Jewish community after backlash for a recent post about Jesus. Would y'all like to see what that post was? Would you like to see it? Here it is. Here's the post. They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? I can't read. Fake friends, fake love. This is what he said. He said they. How in the world did they get offended by this? Because it was, in fact, the Jews that had Jesus crucified. Was it not? How is that anti-Semitic? I'm trying to figure out, how is this anti-Semitic when he said they killed Jesus? Who killed Jesus? My Bible scholars. Who wanted Jesus dead? Who wanted Jesus dead? Just write the words in the comment section. Who wanted Jesus dead? Was it the Romans? Was it the Samaritans? Or was it the Jews? Who wanted Jesus dead? You can type that in the comment section. Who wanted Jesus dead? Was it the Romans, the Samaritans, or the Jews? That's all I want to know. And while you're typing that, this is what he said. The Jews. Exactly, Miss Lynn. I want to apologize to the Jewish community. I wouldn't have said shift. And everyone who was offended by my post. I now know my choice of words have caused offense, and I'm sorry. That was never my intent. To clarify, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant by they, not anything more. I only have love in my heart for everyone. I love and support the Jewish. I don't support them. And I'm going to be honest. I don't care if you come and call me anti-Semitic. I don't support them. I really don't, because I've been called quite a few N-words on this here blue app by members of that community. I don't support them as a community. I do have friends, but no, they're very, very nasty to me. They have been. My deepest apologies to everyone that was offended. And it took some people to jump in on it. And this woman came in and said, this really makes me sick. I don't like, wait, let me give my woman voice.
It really makes me sick. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds. I do not support any form of anti-Semitism. And I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind, period.
This is my thing with some people. They made it a point to not listen to you and not understand you, because even an idiot could see what he meant by they. He didn't call out a name by purpose. So here's my thing. Hit dogs do holler. I think I got a meme for that. Do I got that for it? I got one. I haven't used it in a while. That's probably why I can't find it. I can't even find it this here, but never. Oh, here it is. Hit dogs do holler. When you throw rocks, when you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, you're going to hear, hey. That's the dog you hit. And that's what happened. No, they didn't clone. I can't believe people would believe in that he was a clone. God, help your people, man. We're not there yet, people. We're not. Take this from a technology major. I got a whole choir hit dogs. You hear me? And only hit dogs do yap. They did kill Jesus. They said crucify him. They wanted a murderer. Give us, what was his name, Barabbas? Am I pronouncing that right? Give us him. We'll take our chances with him. But this man said he was the son of God, or he said he was God. We need him dead. We want the murderer, the killer, the RAP3ist. We want that. But now, no, this guy that said he was the son of God, this is the person we want you to crucify. So I was really, really taken aback by something. And the comment section, as I encourage you, my followers, go to the comment section and read the comments. That's going to bless you beyond measure. That's going to bless you beyond measure. And then I saw something that was very, 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 very disturbing. And I always say this to my ladies: you need to stop taking advice from some women that's out here. They giving you horrible advice. And this, what I'm about to show you, it's nowhere in the world. Fellas, it's dangerous for us out here. I want you guys to take a look at this.
Man doesn't need to know you have kids unless he's ready to become their stepfather. And I always tell, if you're new, I always tell ladies, don't ever tell a man you have children. If you do, it's after you already got him hooked and giving you money and you know he's not going anywhere. Thank you, Talia. What if you're not sure if your man cheated, he's acting shady, do you still cheat back? Adore you, beautiful. If I think he did, I'm cheating back. I don't care. If he gave me enough evidence to even think he did something, if he even talking to other women that he don't need to be talking to, I sure would, because, you know, just in case. Might as well. Thank you, the divine goddess. How?
Yo, stop. What? Is my quality okay? Because I've been getting messages saying because of bandwidth that it's going to affect the quality of my video. Y'all type in, what is it? Is it staticky? Is it looking blurry? I cannot believe that they're... Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can change this. I just changed it to a lower. Did that improve it? It's cool. Yeah, some people, I just got a message saying what's going on with the quality of my video, but let's continue.
Do I ask my older boyfriend to buy me things and invest in my business, buy me things? I don't want to be greedy. You have to come up with strategy and plans to let him rescue you from situations, get the money, use it for whatever you want. Okay, just use the money for whatever you want. Tell him you need new tires. You need to get your car fixed. You need to go to the doctor and get the cash and go do whatever you need to do with it. He doesn't need to know what the money is for, really. Just lie to him.
Just look at my shirt. You just cannot make this crap up. This woman first said, if you have a child, don't tell a man that you're dating that you have a child unless he's ready to step up and be a stepfather. I would think that would be one of the first things that you would tell a man so he knows what he's getting into. So he's attached to you, because believe it or not, one of the things men like is women with no kids. That's what they value that. As we age, we understand you're going to run into women with kids, and that's okay. But if we could have a version of you without children, we'd prefer that. Yeah, single men got it bad. They listen, it's hard out here. But check it out. The part where she says, I'm cheating. If he cheating, I'm cheating. We know that already. Fellas, let's be honest. We know they cheat. We know they cheat. We do. That's not shocking. This is the part that got me. This last part, when she said, how do I get my man to invest in my business? When she said that, and then she said, lie to him, basically. Tell them you need money for a broken car or something like that, or every little thing. Just lie to them. In the comment section, you can find this, the scribble lady. You can find her on TikTok, right? The comment section was like, you give great advice. You give good advice. Girl, keep it coming. You can't make this up, fellas. You can't make it up. That's why I always say they are for recreational use only. If you can find one but see, here's the thing. If she's telling you to lie to them, and they're okay with this, they're okay with this woman telling them to lie. And if they would listen to this woman, what makes you think they're going to be good to build a family with, or even a legacy? If maybe you're not looking for children, maybe you have children already, but you wouldn't want to build a legacy and you don't want a companionship with somebody like that. I can't believe that this was happening. I can't believe that this was happening. That was just too much. And I wish that people wouldn't listen to people like this, but they do. They do. On this here Blue app, they do. But then, let's have some fun.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So, this is what we're going to do. The bank closes at 6. We're going to get into the bank. We're going to go in the ceiling. And we're going to wait. When the bank closes, we're going to go and get money. And then we're going to leave, right? That's the plan. So, wait. That's what we're going to do, okay? So, let's just chill here. And we're going to make all this money. You ready? All right, here we go. Here we go. Check it out.
Get out. Get out. Okay. Put your hand behind your bag. Who's here with you? 951 custody.
How stupid do you gotta be to break into the bank, right? You thinking the coast is clear? I got all this money that I'm gonna make out with. You drop the bag on the ground. You've done a lot of scoping. You position the garbage can probably with bags to brace your fall. You position it in the perfect place. Everything was going well. You drop the bag, you drop in the garbage can, but while you're dropping, you're hearing, get your hands up. If the gig is up. I wonder what tipped them off, because to me, that was crazy. You actually did this. I got to give him kudos, because the planning for this was impeccable, except for the police part. I don't think he, oh, I'm sorry. Let me find it. Gotta find it first. Thank you. My producer just hit me up, told me get rid of your comment, Maurice. All right, producer. I got it. But anyway, yeah, so it's, to me, that was crazy, because if I'm gonna commit a crime, I'm gonna plan it to the end. But you know what? Honestly, and I ain't never committed crimes that you guys know about. But I know that nothing goes according to plan. It's always a snafu somewhere. You always gonna run into something. Just thank God I never ran into the cops. Now I need to explain something here. I left a post and I said, musicians' clout doesn't pay bills. I want to quickly tell you what I mean. No, this is not for those people who are content creators, who are posting music and building a brand. That's called being an entrepreneur, even if it's to a lesser degree. It's called being an entrepreneur. This is not for you. This is not for you. What I mean by clout, just think about it as a musician. I'm a musician. I get a call from artist or promoter, and they're saying, man, you are an impeccable bass player. And I say, thank you. And they say, what are you doing Saturday, August, whatever, yada, yada. Oh, I think I'm free that day. What's going on? Oh, it's a concert at said venue. And, we would love for you to come and play with us. Okay, pause. Okay, I'll be there. And so we're getting down to the point where it's time to talk compensation. And they say, artist and promoter says to me, well, we were hoping that, this would be great exposure for you and your brand. This will be great exposure for you and your brand. Here's the problem with that. After said concert is over, then what? If your car note is $350, let's say it's $350. I don't know what kind of car you got. Let's just say $350. They pay you $100, but they say you're getting great exposure. And why did I leave this as a post? Too many of my young constituents, you are so enamored by the glitz and glamour. You want to be on stage. You want to be seen. You love the oohs and ahs. And you will play for an artist that's going to make $30,000 and pay you $200 because you say, I played for X artist. You will drive your car 300 miles, 400 miles, 6 hours, 8 hours to play for said artist. That's only paying you $100, but you get to say, I played for XYZ. That's what I mean by this, because I'm seeing too many of you saying, oh, I got called to play for such and such and such a, but then you asking me or other people, hey, let me hold 20 or let me hold 100. Didn't you not just go play for this artist that I'm sure made $30,000 and you're coming a week later to ask me for $100? And you want to know why? Because clout does not pay bills. Build your brand, of course. Make your music, post it, and hopefully you have a strategy to make money off of the internet, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. But exposure does not pay you. Can it open up other avenues? I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for longer than some of you been alive. And I could count on one hand how many times I got a gig based off of somebody seeing me in the audience. Not like that. It happens, and it happened to me. But that's a once in a lifetime thing. You cannot bank your whole life, your whole bills, your rent, your car note, your mortgage, or whatsoever you have. You can't base that off of, oh, I'm playing for XYZ. I'm playing for Ty, or I'm playing for Fred, or I'm playing for Kirk Franklin. Now, those guys, I don't know what they pay, and it's not my business to know, but it would be unfortunate if you went and drove somewhere to play for, say, a Ty Tribbett, and you made $150. That would be dumb, because nobody's going to remember you after that's over. Because when it's time to record, they're not going to call you. They're going to call the guys that played the last record or somebody on that level that's closer. They're not going to fly you to the other side of the globe to play for them. They used you for that 150. You got your oohs and ahs, and you may have got a couple of views and maybe a couple of people followed you. If that's your intent, then go. Maybe. But if your intent in saying, oh, I played for this person, and you could put that on your list of people that you played for that didn't pay a bloody nickel, then it's stupid. It's not logical. And that's all I'm saying. When I say clout doesn't pay bills, it doesn't. Oohs and ahs doesn't translate to dollars. You dope, man. You're a problem. Doesn't pay your bills. And I think you need to be more strategic before you go say, oh, I played for this person and they ain't paid you shift. Just remember that going forward. All right. Preacher's Going Wild at 79 years old. It's an old man now. Let's get this thing going. Now, musicians, since I talked about you, let's do some uplifting. Ladies and gentlemen, musicians, we deal with the biggest things that you could ever imagine. Even though this is a gross exaggeration, it kind of shows you what we deal with on a weekly, and that's this. We're playing and we're seeing this in front of you. Now, as a musician, that's a man, that's a heterosexual. Put yourself in that position if you're not. How do you deal with this situation? You try to play, and this is what you see. Can somebody please tell me what you're going to do in this point? Please, listen, I will stop the show and give you a voice. What would you do in this position? This is what a lot of musicians have to deal with, these choir stands. So to you musicians who have to deal with this plethora of booties laying up in your face while you playing the keyboard. So what song do you start off with this? What up, James? What songs do you, if they say, hey, and how do you see the choir director with this? Bruh, I'm about to play. Listen, this is what a lot of musicians now at my church, we off to the side now. We don't, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to leave it alone, fellas. If you see this, I'm not talking about you, but it gets real crazy up on that stage. And a lot of dudes, we see this, and this is one of the things we deal with. But it's one thing for musicians to deal with it. It's one thing for musicians to deal with it, but it's another thing when you're a pastor and you deal with it like this.
You spirit of prostitution, leave this body now. Leave this body. God have mercy upon
I'm not the smartest person in the world. But can somebody please tell me why was he smacking on her butt like that? What spirit was he driving out? What spirit? I mean, he was literally clapping. He literally clapped cheeks, literally in front of the church. Person recording is that. I would have been that. Listen, Miss Lynn, I would have been crying, laughing myself to see this dude get her cheeks, she get her cheeks clapped right there on the altar. It was the spirit of curiosity. It was a spirit, all right. It was a spirit. Because if that would have been my wife, the only thing that would have came to my mind.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
He would have been, I'm not saying, he would have been D3 AD. D3 AD. That would have been bad. You come up and you try to slap cheeks. If you think it's bad, I'll look at them. Oh, we getting to that. We're going to get to that. We're moving right along. Maurice, we're getting to that. Oh, God. Now, the church I play at, sometimes we have fun there, and sometimes it gets intense. If you have not seen our service from last night, Powerhouse Chicago, you might want to mosey over there. It was unbelievable. Powerhouse Chicago, Archbishop William Hudson. Go watch last night's service, the 7 o'clock service from last night. If you have not seen it, you're going to listen. The band literally played the whole service, 2.5 hours non-stop. Legit. So if you want to hear our band go over there right now. Well, not now, you're here. But after I'm done, go over there. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed. But every now and then, some things happen at our church that I can't explain. But Mario, maybe you can.
Come on, as your children give you praise, as your children now give you praise, as your children.
actually asked DeMario. I said, DeMario, did what the Hades come in your mind? He said, yes. What in the world was he saying? And Jaleel is a great, absolutely great. And I understood exactly what he was saying. But DeMario being DeMario and the camera just now, that's not an edit for me. That's not an edit for me. That actually happened live on our live where they literally did a cut screen to him, and right then he turned around and was like, what is this? He switched the words up, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. This Powerhouse is what we do. But when DeMario turned around, it was like that don't go like this. Bro, DeMario, I love you like a brother, but that was too funny, man. That was too funny. When I saw it, I was like, oh, you made the show, bro. I think I posted it on my page before that. But I'm like, yo, what? The things that we see happen in church, the spontaneity, that's what Preachers Going Wild is about. It's about the stuff that we catch in church. The stuff, the funny things, sometimes the controversial things, but the things that happen in church. And week after week after week, I'm seeing the most ridiculous things that happen during altar call, during praise. Check this out. Now, real quick, was that too much? Was that too much? I mean, can somebody please tell me where in scripture does it say this happen? Where in scripture does this happen? Because I mean, I know the Bible, I've studied it and everything, but it's a big book. You may skip over things, a couple of things that you may miss, and some of you may know it. So help a brother out. Give me the HBO. Help a brother out. Where in scripture does this happen? Where? Can somebody please tell me? I mean, and I know I joke and we play over here and that's fine, but tell me, where does this happen in the Bible? But I did prepare, and I asked him, and you know, somehow there was commentary to it. Y'all ready? Yeah, these people, they think I ain't playing. Get up, girl. I got something for you. I'm gonna blow. Smell my breath, my halitosis, my onion breath. Oh, yes. Who's next? Oh, you think you doing? You get this shit. Fall. And your kids, you ain't exempt. I get kids too. Dance. Shake that ponytail. Shake the ponytail with my sheet. Dude, it was just crazy. He was walking around like a bitty head with a sheet. Where'd he get that sheet from? Was it Walmart, thrift store, Target? Where was it from? That man, yeah, right, he was prancing around. But that was the craziest thing I ever seen. But he's not the only one that does the pushing. A lot of prophets or whatever, they will push you. But let me ask you this question. Let me say this. I came from Kojic, where when men prayed for women, it's just certain things you did not do. First of all, where the church I came from, men did pray for women, but it was always from a distance. And if they laid hands on them, it was always, around the wig or the weave or whatever, that hair, Family Dollar, whatever that hair, this area. There have been videos where a man has touched a woman in her legs and her butt. We just saw that. And some people touched in the breast. Now, I want to ask you, is this too much? And we are moving on to your boy, Brian.
Because I need the next level. Right? Your fire going out is dying.
That guitar player killing. But why would he choose her? Why? Nope, there it goes.
Lit, but it's low. You done got distracted. I lost your fire. But I'm going to reignite it. And you going to win the loss like.
This man said he going to reignite it. He said he gonna reignite. He said he gonna reignite a fire. Did y'all hear that? He said he gonna reignite it.
Pause.
Yeah, well, probably not really. Not really. I'm gonna reignite it. All right.
You used to. You got distracted, got a little ahead of yourself. But I put a fire in you. And make God give you power over the devil. And put a hope, yes, in your spirit.
Now, he hit her in the chest. What you think? I personally, I don't rock with that, in the chest or whatever, but I'm still from the school of thought that, you don't need to do all of that. You don't need to be pushing people, karate chopping people and all that kind of stuff. If they gonna fall, they're gonna fall. It's gonna be what it is. But y'all tell me what you think. Do you think that was a bit much? I mean, because you guys are always honest. You guys are always honest. And I'm asking you seriously. Do you think that was too much? Me personally, boy, that's the scene that JT sung it. Man, nah, that was cool. Okay, Tammy's from PAW, so she says it's cool. Tammy probably been slate. Nah, that's death from above. I'm just letting you know. He might be trying to. Screw down, say he might be trying to. There's another one out here with young woman. Oh, wait a minute, young woman. Wait, the young woman. Wait, are we talking about this one?
She love you. Oh my shit! You can't have her. You can't have her. You can't have her. You can't have her. Yes. I feel power. Higher.
It's very, very not often I've lost words. I personally didn't have an issue with nah. I mean, it would have been okay had he not did the whole jerking thing. I just believe that was just, to me. Oh God! Because when I saw it, he said, "What the?" Now, let's watch that again because I don't know.
She love you. Oh my shit! You can't have her. You can't have her. You can't have her. You can't have her. Yes. I feel power. Higher.
Hold up! Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I don't know. That was a little much. That the jerking thing was what got it for me. It wasn't that he prayed for her. It wasn't anything of that nature. It was just the jerking thing. It was the jerking thing. And if that was my mom, I probably would have been upset. To me, even though I didn't think it was bad per se. I don't think he meant anything malicious by it. I mean, I know some people were ripping him up about it. I'm not in that number. I just think that it was just a little bit much. But I would have been upset had that been my mom. So I can understand, why people were upset about it. But to me, I just think it was just, yeah, you don't put her head in your lap. I heard that she was wait, the lady? Wait, no. Who, wait, which lady was 12? Wait. Who was 12 years old? The person in that dress? The person in the dress was 12 years old? No way. Nope. I don't believe it. No, Maurice. That person was not 12 years old. There's nothing you can say to me make me believe that. Nothing. Nope. Because if that's even more disturbing. Why? Because you sent the 12-year-old with a dress like that. That dress was definitely 50-year-oldish. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. The mom asked for the video be taken down. Oh, this video. That video? You know what? I was wondering why this video was being pulled, but it wasn't before I got it. It wasn't before I got it. I got it quick. I'm quick on the draw. When y'all send me videos, even if I don't think I can use it, I still got it. That's why I say I got so many PGW videos that I got stored away. If I wanted to just run them all down, we would be here all night because you guys continue to send me videos and I appreciate it. But people have been saying that they pulled this video down. Please send me that video. Please send me that video. But the look he looked at her, and here's the thing. Shut your mouth and talk out. I'm not gonna do this with you, man. Not today. But here's the thing. There are some people that's like, yeah, he gonna look he a man. He gonna look he a man. He gonna look he a man. He gonna look he's a man. He did look. He did look. Look, he could say, I didn't know he looked. Fellas, it's about time it's about time for men to be honest. I'm so tired of us faking the funk, fellas. Stop lying. We can't go at ladies when they are being delusional or when they saying things that we know is cap. And we will lie like a rug when we can clearly see the evidence. We got to have it both ways. Have some integrity. Keep it 100. Because you know one of the biggest things, I'm going to say this. One of the biggest things that actually pisses me off is when men lie about certain things, especially as it relates to women. I hope I'm on this live Thursday with my friend, but I hate when we do that. You ask him clearly. And now, I'm a firm believer, don't kiss and tell. But I'm not going to dog you by not telling. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to be one of them dudes that be like, no, I don't rock with her. So she this, she that. She nasty. She a 304. Or this, that, and the other. She done ran down all this stuff. Then when I look and find out you actually are dealing with her, that's cap. That's weak. That's what weak men do. Own up to it. Just be like, yeah, we dating it or whatever. Now, I ain't never tell you got to tell me you ain't got to tell me. I hope that you don't. Men, we shouldn't talk. We should keep that junk. Only people need to know her is me, her cheeks, and Jesus. Them the only people need to know. Them the only people. And one of them ain't a person. Well, some of y'all, it might as well be. But nevertheless, them the only people need to know about that. But some of you men, y'all get on my nerves with that. Stop capping. You know you mess with that chick. We don't care. Yeah, you don't like it because you know it's a chick that none of us probably would deal with. But still have some integrity and be respectful to her. If you didn't rock with her or whatever, you just like, yeah, we talk, we good. I'm not going to chew your head up about it, pause. Don't do that. I just hate that. But anyway, he clearly looked at this woman. He clearly looked at her. He looked at this woman. Well, not a woman. If according to what I'm being told here, you seeing it now, this girl's 12 years old. That's why it can be explosive. But here's my thing that I want to get to. A lot of you, well, not a lot of you, but y'all, my followers know better. But some of them was defending him, talking about, he's a man. He's a man. Let me explain this to you. The Bible is clear. If you're a bishop, which is the word in certain translation is the same as elder, believe it or not, the same Greek word is used for elder and that bishop that you find, I think, in St. Timothy, right? It said he's to be blameless, the husband of one wife. So for me, to be honest, and I'm not judgmental. I'm not judgmental. But for some of us, not all of us, but for some of us, I'm wondering, how are you this and not married or not even looking to be married? If you are a bishop or a pastor and you're not at least looking to be married, now you may not have found that right person now, and maybe your calling came before that. That's between you and God. But what I'm not understanding is if the Bible is clear, he said he must, not should, not if you don't want to, must. That's what the word said. So if you are a bishop and a pastor and you are not at least looking to be married, then something wrong. But if you looking at the butt cheeks, and which brings me to this point, and this is the point that I really want to make. If you know you have a complicated past, you need to be on your best behavior at all times. If I know my past is complicated and I know, see, we all want the limelights. We want the glitter. We want that. Oh, look at me. I'm this person, because you park in this special place. When you walk in, they don't sit you in the back. They take your aspirations all the way down the aisle where everybody can see you, and they bring you to the best seats in the house, right? If you are a bishop or somebody like that, everybody stands when you come in the building and you walk down. If you get there late, if I'm late, I'm parking in parking lot E and waiting on a bus. If you late, they get you a special place, they get you out your car, you have people carrying your bags, and you get to sit in the best place. Why do you get that level of attention and notoriety and praise and honor? But then some of you even say, oh, I can't be common with people, right? But when you do something that's egregious, or you in some kind of scandal, now you want the same grace as everybody else. So the only time you want to be on our level is when you do something that we all do. Now all have sinned, but when Derek walks in, nobody stands. But when you walk in, everybody stands. But when you sin, you want to be on my level. Make that make sense for me, people. So for those of you who said, oh, you going at him, I'm not going at him. Now, if this girl is actually 12 years old, I mean, maybe he didn't know. Maybe you didn't know. But you have a level of responsibility because you are on that level. You have a level. You have to know people are going to be watching you. They're going to have a camera on you and everything else. And you can't do what I do because you have special privileges and you are on a level that I'm not on. And you have to, that comes with the territory. It's certain things you can't do. I wish Biden wasn't stupid. President Biden, I wish he wasn't stupid, kissing girls on the forehead, rubbing on their heads and stuff like that. Even though that may mean something to you, like we are in a time where everybody's cold, nobody's hugging, nobody said nothing. That's why my children at the school love me so much, because I'm Mr. Hearne. They all love me. They all hug me. So people probably would call me creepy when they see me with these children. But there's a genuine love there. But if I was that person where I know everything I do is scrutinized, no pun intended, scrutinized, if I'm that person, then I have to carry myself with that level of discretion. And I have to make sure I'm not putting myself in positions where I'm looking up the crack of somebody's aspirations on video. Let me see. He did his hands on her belly and so, oh, okay. So I don't know this situation. This is the only thing I take away from it. You can't do what I do. As a musician, they expect us to do it. If we sitting up here and we playing instruments and these people sitting up here with their butts up on my Casio, then if he looking, of course, they gonna expect that from us. They don't really, and unfortunately for us, they don't deem us to be on a level that, like a Karn or TD Jakes or somebody like that. If TD Jakes was walking and he was singing, because I like gazumbas. I'm a chest person. Butt is fine, but I like breasts. That's my thing. So if a woman that I'm not gonna look, I'm telling you right now, but if I was actually doing that and I looked, nobody would care. Nobody would care. But let the pastor I serve, let him come and do something like that. It's going to be plastered on Christian Today. And he knows that. He can't do that. And he would tell you he can't do that. Yeah, he can't do that. That's the only thing I'm saying, because it should never have made it here. It should have never made it here. And it seemed like everything that pastors say and everything that they do, some people do it for clout. Some people do it because they want to be seen. But there was something that happened a few weeks ago with JAMAL BRYANT, and it made the news. It made everything, and it shook the church world. People were leaving videos about it and everything else. And I said, reason why I didn't do it last week, I was very busy, but it's still here. JAMAL BRYANT went to the Vision Church of Atlanta. There is a video out where one of their members, he has on a black shirt or whatever, and the shoulders are kind of extended. He has on his eyeliners and everything else. people went in on him, and that church looked like they was having church, and people went in on their church or whatever, right? We're going to get to that. Let me tell you something. A few years ago, I lived in Wisconsin, right? We were helping a friend move. We helped the friend move, and everybody, all the so-called men were busy. They couldn't do it or whatever. They couldn't do none of that. There was one man that actually took out his time and helped us. Couches, stoves, washers, everything stood there. And we were all there. It was just me, him, and that young lady until like 5 o'clock in the morning, because for some reason she had a whole lot of stuff. And he helped us where all the other men did not. And you know who that man was? That man that y'all ripped up that had the black pads and the eyeliners. He used to live in Wisconsin. And he's very cool. He's a very cool person. He used to handle business for one of the artists I used to play for up there. Very cool. Because he wore that and he's at Vision Church, y'all decided to go with him. Y'all decided to call him everything under the sun. And yes, I took it personally because I know him personally. And where all y'all straight men didn't want to help, some of these same ones took it upon themselves to talk about him. Make that make sense to me. Because I thought if you're a real man, you would help a woman that needed to be some stuff to be moved, especially if you call her your friend. You would think that. But this quote unquote gay man did more of the moving and y'all didn't do anything. I never really understood that about homophobic men. How you go at these dudes so callously, how you could say some of the stuff that we celebrated today, the beatdown of people that attacked that man, right? We celebrated that. But we're the same ones that will allow a man to get up in the pulpit and say the most egregious things about another set of people. Bigotry is bigotry. No, it's not racism. No, it's not the same. But bigotry is bigotry. Who's calling me? I'll call you back, Marcus. So when I saw what JAMAL BRYANT did, people had something to say about it.
I am here because the Black church owes this community an apology. And I wanted to come tonight, not just as pastor of New Birth. I wanted to come for the pastors who have hurt you, for the pastors who did not exercise Christ-like compassion. I've gone around the world fighting for Trayvon Martin, for Freddie Gray, for Michael Brown, and in my pulpit, I committed hate crimes. And I needed to come for the blood that drips off my hands.
Your acknowledgement, your humility, and the integrity that you have displayed in this moment means more than you could ever imagine.
So that was a bit of it. And I think this is the clip that actually, circulated around the internet, especially in Black church, pages, groups, some of your posts. Do I think he needed to speak for every Black church? I don't think so. I do like the fact that he owned up to his own, because I do remember some of the stuff he said. And I remember some of the posts, they actually made it online. But we could sit there and let a preacher get up there and say the F word, the F-A-G, whatever, and mean it in a callous way. We'll let them do it and everything else. Now, I know, come on, the Black church, we joke or whatever, but I'm saying in the most callous way, because we all go at Caldwell, but I mean the callous way. It seemed like to me, and y'all could agree, maybe not, but being gay is a death sentence to the Black church. To me, that's my opinion. Like, you can have sex with a woman. They'll be like, oh, you shouldn't have sex. All right, we'll do it tomorrow. You can lie, definitely. Nothing happens. You can sow discord, which is an abomination. Nothing happens. But when it comes to being gay, that's where it seems like there's the line. Oh, you can't do that. That's the thing. And me personally, do I think the Black church needs to apologize? I don't think we need to apologize, but I do think we need to rethink of the way we actually deal with our gay and lesbian brothers and sisters. Because you may not agree with the lifestyle, and that's fine. But to say the F word, the S word, and the other colloquialisms that you say from the pulpit, that's too much. You can actually express how it's wrong. And I don't really think I've yet to hear a message where they actually educated us on why it's wrong. I mean, it's in the Bible, of course, we all say it's in the Bible, but I've never heard anybody actually say it and preach it in a way that it could be ingested. We need to give the same grace that we give. I agree. I agree, Maurice. And this is actually a preacher, y'all. So he's not speaking from a place of opinion that I won't respect. I respect all of y'all opinion, but I really respect this opinion because he's actually in it. He's actually a preacher. I believe he is a pastor. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I know he's a preacher. I played his recording. So I know he's definitely a preacher's preacher. But at the end of the day, I just think the way we go about doing it, it has been wrong. It has been. We can't deny that. And that's across the board. We cannot deny that. And the bad part about it is I've seen more prayers and altar calls for homosexuals than whores. I've seen more prayers and altar calls for homosexuals and lesbians than whores. So what message are you sending here? I can smash up all the chicks in the church, just to blah, just to blah, just to blah. I can go down the line and be okay. But if I'm struggling with this thing, now it's time for divine exorcism. And I am in no way saying that it's okay, because I don't agree with the lifestyle because my convictions won't let me. But I love you still. And I'm going to always treat you like a brother. And you may not like some things, and some things that I may do is contrary. But I'm never going to put you in a place that I'm not ready to go with you. If I'm going to put you in Hades, Tartarus, Gehenna, Sheol, or any what you want to call it, then I need to go for my transgressions, because there are a few on my end too. And God does not look at these things differently. He doesn't have levels. A sin is a sin. A transgression is a transgression. And regardless if you like to sow discord, which is AKA you messy, if that's you, that's the same in God's eyes as that. So we've never had an altar call for covetous people because some of our pastors are covetous. And that's in the 10. That's in the 10. And I didn't, homosexuality is not even in the 10. That's not in the 10. What's the 10? The first 10. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear. Oh my God. How many times have y'all lied on somebody? That's bearing false witness against your neighbor. That's in the 10. But you never see altar calls on that. You never see altar calls on that. You want something that somebody else has, you want it and you put into action to receive it, but there's no altar calls for that. But now with homosexuality, now the Black church has said, it's a strong demon. And I believe it, but lying is a strong demon too. Some of you lie to just get up in the morning, wake up in the morning, I wasn't snoring. You lying. And I was joking with Miss Lynn before. I said, you can't name a surprise birthday party that you gave to somebody where you didn't lie. You lied giving a birthday party. There's no way you can have a surprise birthday party and not lie. There is no way. There's a lie that's going to be told. There's a lie. And so do the black church need to apologize? I don't think they need to apologize, but we do need to repent of some of the ways we deal. There needs to be education. There needs to be more compassion. There needs to be a better understanding, because everybody, what happened to me when I was a child, it could have very well set me on a path to homosexuality. And to some men, it turns them to 304s. To certain women, it turns them to 304s. The stuff that children deal with, the everyday and the molestation, the stuff that these sick people do to children, is sometimes send them on that way. But we don't give them that grace. We don't say, hey, let's understand why are you this way. The first thing we say is you are F it, or you are, or you are, and I mean, some of the most high school, childish, juvenile things I've heard grown men say from the pulpit about them. Like they don't have feelings, like they don't have a heart, like they don't struggle, and like I mean, some of them, yeah. And here's the thing, you still haven't even told them how it is a sin. Some of you just say, as I said, but you won't explain how. Make it make sense for a brother. HBO, help a brother out. Because when I saw somebody said something, and it was crazy because this video made it too, and we're going to go through this thing real quick. We're going to go through it real quick, but check it out. This is what we're closing with, by the way. Here we go.
You can't have 83% of the people in the church be single women and tell me how good God is. Yeah, God is good, but I need a man. Okay, single women, talk back to me, because every woman here ain't trying to dig no holes. They're not trying to pay their own bills and take care of their life and be alone all themselves and get dressed up. They don't want to get dressed and put on Victoria's Secret and date Jesus. No, there are some folk that love God, that are single, and they're saying, Lord, will you please send me a man of God that loves you, that will do right and not smack my head in a wall? Oh, now
stop. We're going to stop on this. I hate that we have reduced black men to being abusers and abusive in every way, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Why do we do that? I get so sick and tired of hearing preachers beat men to dust to get claps because they know who number, and you sit back and you wonder why men don't come to church. We don't want to come to church and be browbeat. We're not all abusive. And if you getting men that beating your aspirations, maybe you need to figure out what are you doing to attract aspiration beaters. Can't make this up. My son, I'm ready for your show. Here we go.
Single women, y'all don't want to talk back to me? There is something wrong when no one wants to acknowledge that there is a gap in the church. You can't keep dancing over the issue. You can't have half the church full of single people and 25% already single with kids and nobody talk about the issue in the church. The problem is, where are the men? Oh, God, oh, see, nobody want to talk about. Where are the men?
So we're going to put all of this on us, right? The lack of marriages, the lack of families, the single mothers, single parents. It's all the men's fault, right? I literally would have walked out on this message. I literally would have walked out. My band, no, I would have. I don't care where the stand was. If we were sitting behind them, they all would have saw me walk across that stage and get down. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. No, there's enough accountability to go across the board. Yes, it is some men's fault for the issue, but there's just equal. It's equal across the board because some women are not fit to be wives. They're not fit to be wives. And part of this pandering is the reason why they're not fit to be wives, because they listen to this and then they regurgitate this, and now men are saying, that's not me. What about the fact that you talk to me like I'm a child? Maybe that's the reason why you single. You can't make this shift up. You can't. And wait, my son, I agree. he didn't say anything to make men want to show up. Right. No man, listen, I'm an educated man. I'm sophisticated, right? Men that are educated and sophisticated don't want to go to a church and be beat into submission by somebody who is intellectually inferior. They don't want to do it. We respect men with intellect. We respect men who are smart. We respect men who are articulate. We respect those types of men. There is no way in the world I would sit and listen to this. Unless, of course, he had facts, statistics, and data to support what he was saying. I don't care nothing about that just talking. I really don't. And you'll find, ladies, that men, the more educated he is, the less he's going to want to listen to stuff like this. Let's continue.
Pastor Mose, I'm sick of you already.
You're right.
The church, I'm preaching, for those of you that don't know, I'm preaching in Isaiah because that's where our church is. We've gone through the Bible all year long. We're going one book at a time. We're in the book of Isaiah, so I can only preach to you in Isaiah because that's where we are. And in the book of Isaiah, there are 7 women trying to date one church musician. Can I talk to you? There's something
You can't make this shit up.
in our church because the altos ain't talking to the sopranos because they all messing with the same musician. And they don't understand the altos and sopranos are mad at each other, but he's in love with a tenor. Okay,
you can't make this shift up. So he basically said, fellas, musicians, my fellow musicians, that we're all gay. Has it ever occurred to you that the reason why we don't fall in love with the altos and sopranos is because all they had to offer was something they gave to the other musicians? They haven't given us anything else of value but cheeks, because everything else they've given to somebody else. And they're not even smart enough to do that stuff where we don't know about it. The more we know, the less value you have to us. We will clap cheeks, but that will be it. It doesn't make us gay. It doesn't mean we're gay. But they'll pass you around. They puff, puff, pass. And I say, and I don't even think it's puff no more. It's really just woo, and then pass. And I just can't, and I just don't like that you put this all on us. I don't like that. Keep it equal. But let's continue.
I'm on this side. And nobody wants to talk about it, but I'm trying to tell you something is wrong. I told the men in my church, I want you to stop shopping at Baby Gap. Those pants are too small. You look like a little boy. I need to.
Bullshit. You didn't talk to no man like that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second. I mean, he may have. He may have. And if you are a man and he's talking to you like this, then and you sitting there, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. That's emasculating. He shouldn't be sunning you in this way. You are still a grown man. There's a level of respect that needs to go there. Yes, he can correct you and give you and show you some things as thus said the Lord. But under no circumstances should nobody ever talk to you in a way that's disrespectful and make you lesser than them, which is another reason why men don't go. Some of these men don't go. Most of the men I know that are educated and sophisticated, they don't go. They don't go, or they they acquiesce. That's a better word. They acquiesce. They acquiesce because ain't nowhere in the world these men gonna sit there and be subjective to this. And the funny thing is, these are the types of men that most women want. They want the educated, the sophisticated, the well-to-do, the men that know how to take care of business. Those are the men that they want. But they're not interested in this.
To get something that tells me you want a woman. Now, all this, y'all are mad. I'm gonna preach. You ain't got to invite me back. I got my own church. Well, this is a male purse. No, that is a woman's pocketbook. And I want to know why you have a pocketbook.
What is he talking about? Is he talking about those fanny packs that I seen y'all wear? I mean, I don't wear them. I'm the person, I play bass, God dog it. So I'm trying to keep my carrying stuff to a minimum. I'm trying to keep what I carry to a minimum. You know, so my bass is already heavy. I play a walnut bass. I need to start bringing my ash one out more because it's lighter. But I play a walnut bass, and then those my bass player brothers and my drummers that have a walnut snare, you know, that's usually heavy. But a crossbody bag, okay. What is the purpose of that? That's what I want to know. I mean, I know some of you carry your wallets up in there. To me, some of them do look like purses. I'm not gonna hold you. It does look like purses, some of them. But some of them just look like regular small book bags. Now, my book bag, well, I do carry my book bag every now and then, but it has things I need. It has my laptop. It has my stream deck that I use when I, do shows. It has quite a few things up in there that I need, but I'm still trying to understand that part of it. I don't want to be the type of preacher, even, by the way, I saw a picture of him with a sling bag. Not sure what kind of bag he's talking about. Oh, so he carried a little something himself. Okay, let's continue.
Because my mother had one, but my daddy never carried a pocketbook. Men of God, talk back to me. What man wants to carry a pocketbook? Can I preach and you not be mad? Women of God, and don't you fall in love with no man that thinks he's cuter than you. Something's wrong. And no one's talking about it. Have a seat. I was teaching from Song of Solomon because it's one of the books of the Bible. Got quiet in here again. All right. And I'm reading Song of Solomon, and they was offended by me reading the church. I told them sexuality is sacred.
Hey, y'all really need to read the Song of Solomon. It will bless you. But you can't, children should not, that's why people like, man, have your children read the Bible. If they mosey over to Song of Solomon, it's some things in the Bible I don't think I would want my children to read, to be honest with you. It's some things, the way God describes, or the prophets of God describe the children of Israel in the Bible, and how they went around, how they acted. Yeah, I don't know. The Bible is more one of those PG-13 books. You know what I mean? I wouldn't let my children read some of that stuff. Like if they were like 9 or 10, they would ask me, "Mom, yes, what is secretion from a what does he mean when he said you like a horse's?" No, we not doing that. I mean, y'all need to read the Song of Solomon. It's a read. Here we go.
But the only problem with sexuality in the church is all the church people that are married look depressed. All the single people going on cruises, they're on the island, they in 2 pieces with thong, joy, all out. And all the married folk at Bible study. I don't understand. The church is sick. And the world's having all the fun. And the church people don't know how to make joy in the house of God. Part of it is we've walked away from what makes church relevant.
Now, okay, and I agree. Let me say this. He got a point there. There are some married people that I've seen that do look miserable. They do look miserable. They look like, oh, I don't want to be with my wife, or I don't want to say anything to my wife, or whatever. I understand, some of them may have some rough moments or whatever. I mean, this is life. But he got a point there. Some of the people that before they get married, they going out to eat, they going here, they love each other and everything. Then when they get married, all of that changes. Me having spoken with married men and men who were married, they would all tell you it does change when you get married. A lot of things change. Your frequency of getting it changes. It's a lot that changes. And some of us, from what I understand from the men that I've spoken with that are married, the change is very difficult sometimes to adapt to. So it's an adaptation. Because the church never teaches you, with good reason, you don't live with these people, you marry them, and then you move in together. What they didn't account for is modern day marriages, where you're now marrying women that are not necessarily the most submissive in the world. So it's easy to say, yeah, you don't live together and she just come live with you. Yeah, but that's a different time and a different type of woman. Those men were teaching their daughters how to be wives and how to be submissive to their husbands. Now it's not even a prerequisite. It's if you can, it's you get it later. So it's like you move in with this person thinking that they're going to submit to you or they're going to be cooperative as a man. I'm speaking from a man. You move in with this lady, now you realizing she does what she wants to do. And so you don't get a lot of sex. You don't get a lot of whatever, and everything changes and it wanes on you. And men, we move different, and women, you move different. So now we're going opposite directions. So people on the outside looking in, they know when the energy is not right. I know it. I can see it when the married couple is not on P's and Q's and everything else. I can see it. And it look like the single people are having fun because they don't live together. They don't live together. After this, you go home, I go home. And it's the seeing you again point that gets you like, okay, when we gonna see each other again? I mean, I literally will be on the phone with you all day. And then when we see each other, we like, yeah, we here, let's watch movies, let's chill, whatever. But when you marry, there is no, it's the courting period. It's got its little thing with it. The dating period does have its thing. It's got a nice little charm to it. But a lot of us have not been adequately prepared to cohabitate with another person. So the sharing, the giving up space, the compromising, all of that stuff that comes along with marriage, for what I'm being told, I'm not been married, I'm not stupid enough to give you an honest opinion of something I've never done, but I'm smart enough to talk to enough men to understand what they're saying. So I'm giving to you what they're saying. And I'm learning that to adapt to sharing space, to adapt to giving up your space, and sometimes adapting to a woman who demands more space than you're willing to give, that could be problematic. And yeah, that can make your life miserable. So you're not going to want to be with her. You ain't going to want to chill with her. And men, believe it or not, when the Bible speaks of a man telling him it's better to be in the corner of a roof, that's where we usually go, and not necessarily physically, mentally. We will go in a corner of a room. So women say he's emotionally detached, or he's not giving me this, he's not doing that. We are in that corner. You forced us there. And for some men that a lot of men that I spoke to, that is marriage over a period of time. And they said, a lot of the ones that went deeper, pause, they said you have to be more creative. You have to seek therapy. You have to get counseling to work through those down times to build your relationship back up to where it was. But it takes two to do that. It takes two to do that, not just one. And I think that's what's wrong. That's why a lot of marriages look miserable. I hope that's not me. I hope not. I think I plan to marry somebody that's fun. I plan to marry somebody that's open-minded. And I plan to marry a woman that's ready to be on my program. My program. It's not yours and it's not ours. It's mine. God leads me. I listen to him. I lead you. I listen to you. And I respect your opinion. I love you enough to take what you say and apply it. But make no mistake about it, I'm not battling nobody. I'm not doing it. All right, here we go.
Is this Bible? When young preachers ask me, Pastor Mose, how do I do what you do?
Wait, hold on. Did this dude just say, did you just say that cuckoo is tight? You know what? Nope, not even gonna post that. Nope.
There is enough stuff on this. You
I'm
don't
trying to get to
need
another
to
spot where he
watch no
said something.
porn.
And then
Read
we'll
this
end it.
book. Follow the story of Tamar. It'll help you. If you read this, it will answer the questions you have. But watch this. But the church is in trouble because the house of bread has no word. People come to church to hear a word that would change their life. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. I came here for God to give me a word to speak over my life. Father, y'all help me, because the enemy is after my family. He's trying to destroy my children. He's trying to kill my marriage. He wants to end everything.
It's something else he said I'm trying to get to, and then I'm going to end this.
So that I deal with generational curses, but I'm here to declare, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord, and it doesn't matter what's going on. I believe that God is going to show up on my behalf, and I declare, at least 10 of y'all to say this, what I'm about to say. Everything God spoke over my family and over my children, it shall come to pass. Oh, I need you to look at somebody on your row and say, neighbor, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how I feel. I have an expectation that lets me know that my God shall supply all of my needs. And I'm in a tight place right now, but I believe God is going to break out and he's going to save my house. Shake your neighbor's hand like you got joy and tell him you better not die where you are. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how you feel. There's a word over your life, and you can't die until you get everything God spoke over your life. Caleb said, I'm no old man, but he said, I'm still well able. Give me my mountain. Look at somebody on your road and tell them, I want what's mine. I don't want nobody else's husband. I want mine. I don't want nobody else's house. I want. How do you shift that?
I think I missed it. It was something, I think I missed it earlier. But here's my thing, and I'm gonna leave with this. First of all, I don't really like when preachers actually go there with us saying stuff. I mean, I know it could be entertaining. Some of us, we love it until it's us, and then we don't like it so much. But as musicians, it seemed like we always are the blunt of the jokes. You know, I really didn't like that part when he said about musicians, oh, we sleeping with that person and we liking the tenors. I ain't never liked the tenor. I mean, no. I mean, to be honest with you, let me tell you a little secret about Dee. I like my women with lighter voices. Deeper voice women I usually don't gravitate to. I already have a deep voice. I know that much. And I can get real deep when I want to. But I don't want to call you, hello, hello. Your voice just as deep as mine. Something's wrong here. Something is really, really wrong. And so I really just think that over the pulpit, especially as it deals with relationships and men and lesbian and gay men, it's always so harsh. It's always so harsh. It's always so harsh. And I just want, there's another video, I don't think I posted it, where he went in on a musician again. I just think, me being a musician, that's my heart. I just don't like that we always are the ones that get it. That's why I can't wait to my son show. Because I think that there's a and I'm going to go here and then I'm going. There's a misconception on how musicians deal with relationships and how we think as musicians as relates to relationships. There's a misconception. People really just don't understand. And I will say this, and I'm not gonna give too much out because I want y'all to join my son's show. It's Thursday. I'm gonna post it on my page. I think I'm gonna be on there. And I want to say this. It takes a remarkable woman to get a musician that's in a serious relationship and or marriage. It takes a remarkable woman to get that man to see just you. I'm just gonna say that off rip. And you want to know why? Because we see so many. And the better musician, the more we see. Musicians that can shut down a room, your Corey Henrys, your whatever. Oh my God, it's dang their panties on the stage. And you need to be a remarkable woman, and not just your physical looks, your physical attractiveness, your beauty, but you need to have patience, and you need to have understanding. And you need to have confidence, not the confidence that make you think that you could be 600 pounds and come outside and wearing a bikini. It's not confidence. That's actually not. That's not confidence. It's self-esteem maybe, but not confidence, no. But you need to have confidence and understanding that if you got him, you got him. But you need to be remarkable. And what I'm finding out is a lot of women that say, oh, I want a musician and my musician's going to be faithful to me. What I found out is you're not very remarkable. You're not memorable. You don't set yourself out like that. And I'm going to be real manly with you right now. You can't taint yourself with our constituents and think you're going to be above the rest. You are not above the rest. You are just like the rest of them. And that's the way they're going to see you. What I mean by remarkable, it's a meme going around. And I actually said something about it. Men like women that no other man can have. Musicians are at the top of that. Because when it's Bishop, the preacher, and then it's us. We right there. So just about all the women in the church, they usually go for the musician. They can't have a pastor, especially if his wife is fine. You ain't getting him. But you go for the musicians. You go for the musicians. And you need to be somebody that they respect. And if I may help you, you need to have an amazing amount of discernment to deal with the musician. You need to pray and ask God for discernment. And some of you do, you just ignore it. It be right up in your face and you just be like, no, he loved me. He loved me. But that red flag be literally in your face and you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. You can't make this up. And I'm still trying to figure out how you don't see that. It literally red flags. You don't do nothing. Oh, he loved me. You need to have discernment because you need to know if it's safe or not. You need to know, and you need to make sure you do a good, thorough background check on musicians. No, we're not gay. Some of them are. We're not gay. We're whores, but not gay. And it brings me to this. Stop giving your body to people that ain't yours. If he's not your man and you want different choices or you want better options or better results, don't give yourself to somebody that's not yours. How do you know he's yours? Do you have something on your finger? Do you have a certificate? Is he yours? We church people anyway. But I think that's part of the reason why we so falconed up right now, because it's just a big falcon fest where everybody's just in there just that's what we become. And so I just don't, musicians, we are who we are. I give you that. But we're men first. We're just musicians. We get more options. We have one thing that y'all like. And the first thing is money. That ain't it. But y'all like men of importance. When Kevin Samuels was talking about high value men, That's one of the elements of it that y'all are attracted to. Y'all don't like nobodies. Not really, not mostly. You don't like nobodies. I think it give you a warm feeling when your man up there playing the instrument, he killing everybody. Like, who is that on bass? He is killing. It gives you that warm feeling. You know you like it. It just made your whole situation moist. You like that. But are you ready for the responsibility that it takes to deal with that? Because some of you, you're not mentally ready for that. Because let a woman behind you saying, well, that bass player fine, I'm going to get with him. You be the first one to turn around. No, you not. Then you may not be ready to handle that situation. You may not be, because that woman, which is funny. My side, I'm not trying to go too far. But the funny thing is, you think by you turning around to this woman saying, no, that's my man, you really think that that's going to stop her from going to this musician and at the very minimum going to his DM. Why? Because we all got public pages. All the great musicians that I know, all of their pages are open, which means anybody can DM them or get on a page and make themselves known. We know how y'all do. Throwing up heart eyes. Ooh, nice suit, sir. Knowing we gonna click on your name and your picture gonna usually have something that's nice, and then the DMs will start. So ladies, know that you telling that woman that's your man is not gonna change a god doggone thing. I ain't getting no amens. But yeah, to be honest with you, I just think some education need to be done on how some preachers talk to musicians and sexual and all this stuff over the mic. I'm all for the keeping it 100 stuff. But I just think that, especially as it deals with our lesbian and gay friends and brothers and sisters, it's a little bit much. And I think, yeah, we got to give an account for that. And me personally, I'm going to do better because sometimes I'm guilty of it myself. And even though most of the time I'm doing it and joking, but I have to be more mindful of that too. Unless, of course, you know, you joking with me and then we both go throwing quips. Because they got they tidbit on us too, fellas. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, last thing. I want to address something real quick. Real quick. Ladies, my intent is not to bash you. Especially my black sisters. It's not to bash you. It's never my intent. Consider me that best friend that you need. You know, that male best friend that doesn't want to sleep with you, that has absolutely no sexual desire for you or anything, don't want to have a relationship with you. So when you ask him stuff or things that y'all talk about, he can keep it 100 with you. You need those types of friends. Consider me that friend that's going to keep it 100, that's going to tell you, well, do I look fat in this dress? Don't look right, baby. That kind of friend. Not, girl, you look good. Why? Because some men, they secretly want to be with you. And so you say, oh, should I work it out? Girl, you need to let him go. He ain't worth you. Because any man that they can eliminate puts them closer to you. Because they think if they can eliminate all the men, you'll be like, you know, I always liked you. I always liked you. And you think they can get together. I'm not that person. I'm just a person that tell you straight up. So that's my intent. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Next week, it's going to be a doozy, and I'm going to tell you what it's about right now. There's a video that went around about this guy. His name is Kenneth Hagins. He used to be a preacher, but he left Christianity in total and became, not an atheist, I would say, but he no longer subscribes to the beliefs of Christians. So he left a video, and I've seen the video before. It's been around, but it started some controversy, and the guy actually posted, the guy that says, things that you heard about the black church and you never want to talk about, check this out. So he posted it, and the comments were wild, were really wild. I wouldn't believe it was church people with some of the stuff I was reading, right? But I want to talk about this because it was very, very interesting. And some of you, if you don't want your beliefs challenged, then don't watch next week, because I'm telling you, I'm going to challenge you. And I'm welcoming you to, if you want to come on As always, if you want to join, you would say, hey, let me on. Just say, D, let me on. I see your comment. I post the link. You can come on here. We can talk about it because I'm going to play devil's advocate. I used to be agnostic for like 2 years. So I think I kind of, it could be a very good, oh yeah, tuning in on that one. Oh, it's going to be crazy, but it's going to make you think. It's going to make you think. And the part of, here's my thing. It's like marriages, like relationships. You don't know how real it is until it's tested. See, some of you say, I love God and I love this and I love the Bible, it's the holy word, till it's challenged. And then we're going to see how much you love it, because how much you know will show that you love it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week. I love you guys. Take care.